4 years in a row.
You know, Curtis Ray, I've been out of town the past couple days, but I hear it was pretty rainy over the weekend.
It was kind of a wet weekend. There were times where we were able to get a little sunshine mixed in there and a few dry hours we were able to string together. But nonetheless, it was unsettled here pretty much across the state. And that wet weather continues into this shortened work week. Look at the wet weather that we've got here scattered all over the state. Showery and nothing really that heavy. You can see a couple of these cells drifting off toward Ogden, up through Davis County, through South Weber. A brief downpour. You may have to flip the windshield wipers on here. So from North Salt Lake through Bountiful up through Layton, South Weber. Ogden was rocked by a thunderstorm at about 3:30 this morning. Some pretty good rain came down Ogden. That thunderstorm moved over the Ogden Valley around Huntsville and is continuing to lift off toward the northeast. A little further toward the south into Utah County. Some light rain. Roads may be just a little wet, but this is why, folks, keep your sprinklers off for, again, at least the remainder of this week and really the remainder of the month through the weekend. Southwest here, parts of Tooele County out into western Juab County, some nice rain developing. That will be moving toward the Wasatch Front later this morning into this afternoon. And you can see down here over southwest Utah, I've been calling this a beautiful rain because it's light, it's gentle, it's not coming down very, very heavily and washing away, but some nice light rain around Beaver. Cove Fort looks like the rain has come to an end. Panguitch is one shower moving off toward the east, but more rain moving into Cedar City, into Parowan. Over these eventually showers will be moving to around Panguitch. St. George, we had some showers north and south earlier this morning. Looks like most of these showers should stay up around Veo and Ivins, but St. George over to Kanab, nonetheless, a little chance for some rain throughout the morning hours, and this should be drying up heading into the afternoon. Current temperatures, it's a mild morning, 58 degrees here in Salt Lake, almost 50 up in Cache Valley, 61 in St. George, and we're at 53 down into Moab. So a little area of low pressure. It's called the short wave. That will be coming through the Great Basin and across Utah today. So that's what's producing the wet weather here. This will be moving out by tomorrow, but a low pressure, a larger low pressure off toward the northwest. This will slowly be moving across Idaho, western Montana, into western parts of Wyoming for the duration of this week, and that will keep the shower and thunderstorm activity going through Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday, high pressure and much warmer weather move in, and we will start to dry things out just a little bit toward the weekend. Pinpoint Futurecast, widespread wet weather today, a little drier along the Arizona-Utah border here well to the south, but this afternoon, this evening, the Salt Lake Bees game could be under the gun for a little shower and thunderstorm activity. Wednesday afternoon, more wet weather, northern central Utah out to the Great Basin. Heading into Thursday, you can see the shower and thunderstorm activity once again here scattered throughout the state. But getting into Friday, that low moving off toward the east, looking at a little drier weather for Friday, and that's when we start to really warm things up. Here's a look at today's Pinpoint forecast. A cloudier day, temperatures below average by a few degrees. St. George, clouds this morning, some sunshine moving in this afternoon, and we've got widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. Wasatch Front 7-day Pinpoint forecast. Diminishing showers and storms by Friday and warming up this weekend, mid to upper 80s Sunday and Monday. Monday's the first day of June for St. George. Some showers around this morning, maybe an isolated storm Thursday as well. But look at this weekend for St. George into the 90s. Park City unsettled through Friday, but this weekend for Park City and Price, we're drying out and warming up. 76 for Park City on Sunday. Cedar City and Moab also unsettled through about Friday, but into the 80s we go this weekend. And finally, Cache Valley and the Uinta Basin. Also a major warm-up on the way for this weekend.
Okay, Curtis, thank you very much. Now for a look